Hey, what's going on, guys? If you're interested in ranking brand new keywords in the Google 3-pack, you're going to want to watch this video. I made it so super simple. Oh, you're going to love it. Watch this. Okay, guys, so I have everything loaded up. I just had my neighbor knock on my door, ask me if everything was okay. I'm losing my mind. Hey, what can I tell you? I love doing this. I love it. I really do. I really do. I love it. All right, enough about me. So, I live here in Tampa, and we're just going to use Tampa DUI lawyer as an example. I don't know. I have to come up with a different example. I just feel comfortable giving examples of DUI. I've handled a couple of DUI lawyers. Okay, so we want to break into the Google 3-pack, which is the area that I'm focusing on. I'm showing right here. That's where we're trying to break into. And we want to break in for the keyword DUI lawyer. So how do we go about that? How do we go about that? Right now, we can't be found. You know, our name is Johnson, Smith, and Connors Law. And we can't be found in the Google 3-pack for DUI lawyer. How do we do that? How do we do that? Well, we assume already that you have a GMB. It's properly filled out. I have other videos on GMB, and there's a few other people have made some. My friend Chris Palmer made some videos on how to do a Google My Business, as well as Ruan Marino. So you may want to check out those guys, and I made one or two myself. You want to check out mine. So let's assume you have your GMB and you're ready to go. You say, okay, look, I need to break into this keyword. How do I do it? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Here's what I would do. The first thing that I would do is I would want to look at the person who's ranking #1 and check out their website. But before I do that, I want to see what the competition is here for that keyword. So it looks like, this fella, Parks and Braxton, has 91 reviews. This one has 60 reviews. Michael Missa has 28 reviews. Not an easy, they all have websites, not an easy category to break into. But when I clicked the Michael Missa website, here's what I found. I found this website. Nothing that I should say, wow, what a great site. In fact, it was done by GoDaddy. So I said, okay, this website doesn't look like much competition. So I want to see how many pages it has, because if this website has 700 or 800 pages, 200 may be dedicated to DUI law here in Florida. And I'm not going to mess with it, and then the other people may also have, large sections of the website with DUI. I wouldn't mess with that. I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to break into that keyword if somebody has, 200 pages of content about DUI law. I hope that makes sense. So what I do is I go over to Google and I typed in site, semicolon, C4 Motion, because that's his website name, remember? C4 Motion, that's his website name. And I want to see how many pages he has on his website. Well, he has 2. And one of them is still the template. It's a ghost page that wasn't removed from the template for GoDaddy. Okay? So he just has a 1-page website. Well, that gives me hope. Well, now I say to myself, well, how many people are in Tampa? Because if there are 2 or 3 million people in Tampa, I don't want to mess with that category right now, especially with a brand new website. So I go over to this website. It's called Nichecom, and I already have it preloaded. Tampa, one of the 28 best cities in America to retire in. I'm going to tell you something. I've been living here for 2 years, and I have to say something. I am happy every day. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. The people are nice. Most people come from Midwest. It's just beautiful. Just a really nice place. All right, enough about Tampa, right? So when I look, I noticed that Tampa has a population of about 376,000 people. You know, when I'm breaking a new site into the 3-pack, I like a population of somewhere around 50,000 to 150,000. But you know what? I know that I have enough knowledge to break in. But for most people watching this video, please take a look at the population of your town. And then the other thing you want to know is you want to know the population in the town, and you want to know how many people are competing for that keyword. So if you scroll down, it looks like there's a lot. There's at least 7 pages of listings. You know, so those are the two factors. What's the population? How many people are trying to compete for that keyword? You know what? I would still go after it. If I wanted it, or if a client wanted it, I'd still go after it. So let me show you what to do. And if you do this with a population of 50 to 100,000, 150,000, and if you do this with the lower amount of people trying to rank for that keyword in the 3-pack, like only 1 page or maybe 2 pages, you'll definitely do it with this method. Okay, assuming that, you know, everything's correct with your GMB. So I created a diagram. You guys have to love how I have everything pre-made, and I don't talk about nonsense. I get right to it, right? Because I watched a video. It took me 2 hours to learn this. Okay, so this is your website, whatever it is, Johnson and Connors Law, or Joe's Plastic Surgery, whatever business you have, and you're trying to break into, in this case, DUI lawyer. Well, you set up a page called, connorslaw.com/DUI lawyer, Tampa DUI lawyer, right? And you create a page with, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 words. Everything that have to do with citing DUI law, everything that has to do with DUI law, specifically here in Tampa. Then you create article pages. You create article pages pointing to the main keyword page. So I'm calling the article pages, I'm calling them sub pages, just so we're talking about the same thing. And you want to do between 500 and 1,000 words. So you have your main page, which is a resource for all things DUI in Tampa. Then you have your first article page, which is learn about recent DUI cases here in Tampa. So you'll have to do some research, and you want to write, maybe 500, 1,000 words about some recent cases that happened here in Tampa over the past, 5 years or so. Try to get 500 words, 750 words, somewhere around there, about some recent cases. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to write another page, like, for example, how to prevent DUI law, how to prevent DUI in the city, how to prevent DUI in Tampa. Now, I know some of the people watching this say, okay, but I'm not a DUI lawyer, I'm an electrician. You just have to try to follow this pattern for your business. I can't give a million examples. You know your business better than anyone else. You want to do the first page, which is your main page, and then you want to break it down into subcategories, smaller pages. Okay? So subpage 4, if you plan on driving to Tampa, here's some alternatives. Driving, for example, take an Uber, set up the subway system. I don't know if there's subways here. I wouldn't imagine. Trains or something. The train system, buses, taxi cabs, and talk about that. Different ways that you could get home without driving. And then you want to create a local directory of DUI courses You know, you just want to keep breaking it down more granular for each page. So these are courses on DUI in the area in Tampa. This is where you could get points off your license if you had a DUI. You know, so Google looks at this and says, okay, look, you have a main page that has 1,000 words or 1,500 words, maybe even 2,000 words. Then you have these sub pages that all support your main page. Google says, this person certainly has a lot of content on DUI law. Let's consider them for the 3-pack. And a lot of times, this is all you need to do to rank. So create, these 5 pages, link them the way that I have them linked here in the diagram. And then I'm going to show you something else. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. You're going to go over to this website. It's called Open Link Profiler. And I'm going to put everything in the description below. You're going to go to Open Link Profiler, and you want to see the links the link profile of the person who's ranking number 1 in maps. Okay? So we see that they have a total unique links of only 9. They have 593. There's only unique links. So 593 total links, meaning that they have their links on 9 websites, but those 9 websites have hundreds of pages. The second one is links to the homepage. How many links are going to the homepage? How many links are trusted? And then their link influence. And this also lets you know the day they registered their domain name. It says March 30th, 2010. Now that's important. Let's look at it like this. You've been driving for 10 years. You accidentally don't stop at the stop sign. You kind of just roll past the stop sign. Police officer pulls you over, looks at your driver's license and says, okay, you've had a clean driver's license. Drive carefully. You're a brand new driver, and you've only been driving a month, and you do that, you're getting a ticket. So if you have a brand new website, it's going to be harder to rank that website because Google doesn't trust your content right now. So you really want to make sure that everything is perfect, knowing that you're going against somebody who has a website for the past 10 years. Once again, not impossible. Not impossible. Okay? Now you want to go to, let's go to backlinks again. I'm sorry. So in the backlinks for C Motion, you'll notice that this is where his website is located on the top 100 trial lawyers directory. So what I would do is I would get my client's website on this directory. I would also get them on ncdd.com, find an attorney, because it looks like the authority of that link is very high. See? And then you got Christian Personal Attorney in Vermont. I would get them on that. And so on. Tampa Attorneys, get them on that. Okay? So that's the first thing. That's the first thing that I would do is I would try to replicate all the backlinks that are on the number 1 website. Okay? You'll notice that on his website, the backlinks, most of them say visit website or view website, meaning that if he's on that directory website and he wrote an article on that directory website, it'll just say view website. It won't say his C4Motion.com. 50% will say view website. The other ones will say C4Motion. And the other one will say website. I would try to get a couple of links that say looking for a DUI lawyer or the best DUI lawyer in Tampa and make that a link coming back to that specific keyword page. I would get some links and I would link them back to main page 1. right? So all your links should be pointing back to that main page one, and they should have something to do with DUI law. So you create all the pages, you see where it settles, and then you create links to your main page, your sub pages, just spread them out. You see? Just spread them out. In fact, if you point them at the last page, that link juice will transfer all the way up until it finally hits the website. So it'll go all the way to the main page. That's why I drew this diagram. But this is a great tool to use, this Open Link Profiler. It's free. And you just have to play around with it and see how it could benefit you. So 565 links are coming from Justia, right? And then, which is a directory, a law directory, and then AVO and Tech Lawyers, Cornell, NCCD, NCDD, right? Okay, this is important also, where it says industries. Google breaks down your industries, meaning that, where was it? I don't remember here. I think it's on link distribution. I'm sorry that I don't have everything set up right here. Okay, we're just going to go here. All right. You want most of your links coming from law and government type websites. You don't want them coming from dance websites, and you don't want them coming from, you certainly don't want them coming from gambling websites. You want most of your websites coming from law and government or business websites, right? So that's why it's important to be able to check out your competition's links and just take the links that have to do with your industry, like law and business. I hope that helped. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go back to this diagram. If you get anything from this, let me just recap. What did we learn, right? One, that I scream too loud in my apartment and my neighbors think I'm nuts. But the other thing is that when you're trying to break into a new category, make sure that there's not a lot of competition. The population in that city is between 50 and 150,000, unless you're you're a ninja status and you know little tricks. The next thing is to create keyword pages with sub pages that support the main keyword page, and they link up to the main keyword page. Once you have them all set up, wait a little while, about a week or two, see if there's any movement in the Google 3-pack, and then you need to hit your main and your sub pages with links. You do that by going to openlinkprofiler.org and seeing what links your competition has, and you just replicate them. You click the link and see how you could get your website on that website with a link going back to your website. All right? I hope that helped. If you have any questions, please feel free. Another thing, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. The other thing is that I accept donations. If you'd like to give a donation of $2.99, if you got anything out of this video, please feel free to give a donation. I have a Stripe account as well as a PayPal account. So you can just click the link and just donate to the channel if you learned anything. And I hope everybody's safe. Give your wife a kiss, and we'll catch you tomorrow.